Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy and you are listening to Night Talk. It's Analyze This Mess. The D tonight is for digital file because somebody has to say it. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears, I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way in. I hope that I can keep this to about 30 minutes or so. Maybe I'll have to, come back and do a part 2 because I'm not going to be on, um, beyond midnight tonight. I'm really going to, try to stick to that. I see my moderator out there. Let's see, real quick. In the comments section, both of them, Baby Juju and Vicky Black. That's enough for me. And you can follow me on all social media. You can also email me at unwinewithteddy at gmail.com. So, this week coming up, hopefully we'll get some answers this week. Going into this, I will say third week. Yeah, I've been waiting for a response. And to be honest, things like this take time. Yeah, okay. So it's not really that unusual for a response to take more than a couple of weeks, and that's all right. All right, I see cups. I see it's not me. Viva. This one is interesting, guys. All right. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me know that the sound is good. Do we hear? I can't hear through my headphones. Hang on for a second. All right, all's good? Great. Okay, so be patient with me, please. So, tonight, we pull the mask off a digital fingerprint left in plain sight. You see, it's not just about what's said. It's about what's shown, what's uploaded, and what's hiding behind file names. I found something that is long and cryptic and a string. That's not a glitch. That's a breadcrumb trail. It's called a UUID. I'll tell you what that is. A digital file from the court's own system, accessed, downloaded, and paraded around like a trophy by DForDigitalFile. I'll say everything allegedly until I show you the receipt. And if you think that was accidental, you don't know how court portals work. So tonight we dig into the truth. It's D is for digital file. All right. So, as I was going through some of the definitely, what do we call them? Dirty, deleted files. The ones that people want hidden, even by their own definition, as I was going through multiple files. So, last week, because I guess we're into the beginning of a new week, I put up on my community wall, I asked the question with some various posts. I said, what do these have in common? What do all of these posts have in common? And I hadn't even resolved what you see there. I'm not going to let you see the entire string. Okay. Because there's still something going on, I'll just say, in the background. All right. That's all I will say on that. Okay. So I have to be kind of careful what I'm going to show right now, because I can't let the right hand know what the left hand is, can't let you know everything, but I can let you know enough to say, okay, I bet you're not going to get out of this one. I'll just say that. Someone accused me in another federal case of collusion, colluding with someone. They didn't show any receipts. They just made up a bunch of stuff. You want to know what collusion looks like? Look closely. Allegedly. You see, because I'm going to come with receipts. I don't know how this is going to go, but you better know that Unwind with Teddy has some serious receipts. And I didn't even know that I had this. It's a digital file record that happens to be on something that they showed in a dirty, deleted video with their name on it, their Nene Leaks picture on it, with a court record on it, with a date on it, with a timestamp on it. Mhm. Documents that these numbers don't even show up on something that's like printed. It's electronically accessed. Mhm. Somebody has access to court documents that are not supposed to be accessible. Even in my case. Now, look, if you have a computer right now, you see that website there? It happened to be on the bottom of Nene Leak's photo. There it is, with a .aspx on it as part of the string. Oh, that's so you can put that website in right now. And you know what's going to take you to? It's going to take you to the Third Judicial Circuit of Michigan. Zoom virtual meetings. You know, I just wonder, how did my private court hearing for the PPO get leaked? The picture, the copyright, that's part of my case. The one that was used on deep fake pornography. How did someone access? How did someone load that? How did someone get access to these private records in real time to watch the hearing or get these files downloaded? Wait a minute. I'm just going to show you parts. Let's go to the upper corner. You see, it says yesterday, 6:59 p.m. That was when. Remember when we were waiting for the answer from the judge? Somebody made a video called Black Tea Sector Teddy Bundy, the Real Tea, April the 9th? Look what's at the bottom of it. this was shown somewhere else. I didn't even know. Somebody had access. It's right there in black and white. How would they have even known about the portal and where? Because I didn't give that information out. I didn't share it with anyone. I didn't show any court, nothing. And we know someone that likes to search and get access to court records, but private records. Well, that's something different. A personal protection order hearing by a petitioner that's closed to the public. And even if you go and look up my name, or if you know the petitioner's name, it won't come up. Important. Use of cell phones or electronic devices during virtual court hearings. There shall be no recording of court proceedings without the judge's or referee's permission. Virtual court hearings are subject to the same rules as hearings conducted within a courtroom or referee hearing room. Meaning, just because it's virtual does not mean that it's not, like being in a real court. Like where you can't carry the phones into the courthouse, into the courtroom. They check all that stuff, right? It's on the document. It says all cell phones and electronic devices must be on silent. There shall be no recording or photographing of people in the courthouse, which includes the virtual court hearing, without their consent. No one shall use a cell phone or other portable electronic device to communicate in any way with any courtroom participant, including but not limited to a party. Oh, let's remove this so you can see it. A party, a witness, or juror at any time during any court proceedings. So then, how is it that within it was moments, literally, from when the judge came in with the order and the decision of D for denied, that someone took D for Danielle, took to her web page, her YouTube, and could virtually describe, even before showing that picture, she could describe what was going on in the hearing. Oh, she could describe it. And she was pausing, like almost, looking at something or watching something. Because we know those photographs ended up in her hands because they are now part of the case. I had put into the record just a snapshot, but I have been looking for the actual lost footage. I have all 3 videos, and I want you to know that, and you can tell the judge. You can send her this. Because I'm not going to make up receipts. I have in your voice. This one she doesn't have. That one? And there's something else on that. You're probably looking for that string. If you look at that video, if you had it, and eventually we'll get it in. Hopefully, I'm waiting. You see, I got to wait, but I have to also. I can talk about this because it's very important. It's DForDigitalFile. It's not hacking or anything. No, it puts the person or persons together because somebody shared that information. Nini. And what's interesting about this one? There's something over here too. You see that hashtag #1? That means something. Hang on. Let's see. You see when you put in that website, Zoom virtual meetings, and then it tells you about joining and clicking and viewing and all that, how to dial in. How would people know phone numbers if they were part of it? Or did somebody absolutely use a camera or a cell phone or a recording device and had access to that court hearing, and it got out, and that was private information. And the petitioner raised their hand just like I raised my hand and swore to the judge that, we understood, no recording, none of that. Also, that was on the 9th, the hearing, right? Almost a week earlier, there was a post that was made already talking about this hearing with my legal name attached to it and posted to their website. In addition, there was another video. It had the title name, The Three Stooges was part of it. And it was all about three people, myself included, who were having hearings on the 9th. One was Trees, one was Jaguar, and I was the third person. She made a video before the court hearing. How did she know that I had a hearing on the 9th? Who informed her? Already publicizing, already defaming, already putting out there that a personal protection order was against me. That's what you call disinformation. Oh. It's DForDigitalFile. So if you go into the records, if you go and put your eyes on the video that was deleted, and I hadn't until I found it. I knew I had it, I just didn't, I just couldn't find it. In the video where she's talking about the PPO hearing right after the order came down, for denied. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait because she had the information and she had to get it out there for the petitioner who couldn't talk about it, but she talked about it as if it was her own because she wanted it so badly. Even asking for a personal protection order now. If this isn't proof that she's been trying to get a PPO against me, any way that she can, whether it's through a patsy, a proxy. I can say this because I have receipts. This is not made up. And even John Doe is asking for one. Yes, John Doe. Mm. But when she was showing something inside of that video that is now deleted, the dirty, this is what you call a dirty delete and a real receipt. Because I listened to another video of hers earlier where she was talking about what a dirty delete is and that I'm mischaracterizing. She didn't say mischaracterizing, but that I didn't know what a dirty delete is. Well, this one I do know. Okay. Because she gave the definition. It's something that's deleted that you don't want to be out there. And she deep sixed this video, which connects her, links her and the petitioner with timestamps and dates. Oh, there's something else that links it to. Oh, this isn't harassment. This is not defamation. This is actually part of the case and will become. Because maybe we just, maybe I'm just hoping. I don't know. I can't get ahead of this, right? But when I came across that, okay, it's inside of the video. That's from a page inside the video. But I had to zoom in on it. Because now I'm looking really closely at these videos, not just listening to the words, but I'm looking at everything in the videos because there's breadcrumbs, right? There's a slip up. There's gotta be a slip up somewhere, even if it's so tiny that I had to get zoom in. I was like, what is that? I said, that looks like some numbers. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that little block is off to the left. Oh, you can't scrub it. No. You can't scrub it. It's there. And guess what? That UUID in the top left corner, you see it. Let me look on the screen. It's 3. I've kind of got it blurred out a little bit. It's a string of numbers. 3 and something and another letter and a number and a number and a 2 and a number 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 and a number. It's a long string. what I found out is it is a court-generated fingerprint proving the document was pulled directly from a Michigan court system, CMS Public. And the court system, CMS Public, hang on, put that string back up there. And then it has an extension, that ASPX. You know, I'm not a computer wizard, but there are other people that are, that work in that area. Well, that ASPX, that cap extension, let's go back to it. Let's see. You see that? After default ASPX dot ASPX. That's a Microsoft dynamic web file, they call it. And it's not a public PDF download, but a page generated from an authenticated court system. Authenticated court system. I wonder, do people know people in the court? Or are they in the court system? How are they getting around? How are they getting through the back door? Did someone give them access? How did they get access to records that aren't public? It would have to be like 1, 2, 3. It's just so many ways. It's somehow somebody got access to records that aren't public electronically. Oh. It seems that's a violation. It's like that's not lawful. Let me go on. Let's see, it's 11:44. Okay, got a few minutes. I have to come back. So court rule MCR 8.115 strictly prohibits recording court hearings. Yet, DForDaniel showed the court document live and uploaded a reaction video the same day. Oh, by the way, the truthtellerdani Cash App, it was displayed streaming through the live stream. As she was going over the court order. What would that suggest? Huh. So prohibited materials being live streamed, and Truth Teller Danny, Cash App also streaming. Uh-huh. Oh, I forgot. John said that's his, right? That she didn't have anything to do with that. So you mean John was benefiting? You mean John? You mean John was benefiting because John didn't know anything about this, but John was benefiting from something that was prohibited, allegedly. Oh, I have the video, guys. I have the video. So if John wants to say that's not true, and John wants to say, but I don't know about anything, and John knows Jane, and Jane knows John, somebody got paid for it. So when people say, what does the Cash App have to do with that? What are you talking about? You didn't bring it up. You didn't read. You apparently did not read the complaint. Because I clearly talked about monetization during periods of, well, you can read it for yourself. But that's part of their argument. So we've got prohibited private information being exploited on just after the ruling comes out. Okay. Pre-announced a week in advance. And now I'm being accused of collusion. I'll show you what collusion looks like. And yeah, John, I wouldn't make anything up because John said, well, John doesn't know anything about any of this. But John is linked. He's the one to the Cash App. You see why part of this for me, when they're saying, oh, I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just, didn't anybody know about John either? And I never talked about John. I only talked about one individual as it related to that. And I've never changed on that. Mm-hmm. Oh, but we digress. We can go back. Let's go back. What have I got? 10 minutes. So that's the fourth point. So we've got Danielle's Cash App, Truth Teller Danny, displayed on the same live stream as the court order where there's this exploitation of prohibited materials. She was not a party to the case, yet had access to a hearing document mere hours after the ruling. Somebody had insider access or something. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 for all the reasons. Zoom court links, by the way, are not searchable or publicly listed. Zoom court links are not searchable or publicly listed. So accessing it requires an invitation or being a party to the case or backdoor access. So nobody can say, well, I just looked it up and I just came up with these numbers and No, that's not how they would have gotten that number. Somebody gave them access, or somebody lifted the information, recorded it on a phone, or made them party to the conversation, to the court hearing. Some way it happened. But this is there. Everybody's so credible and everybody does everything above board. And no. This is not harassment. No, it's not. I don't make up stuff. I'm not making up collusion. I have receipts. I can show you what it looks like. I'm waiting for their receipts, but they're not going to have any. Mm-mm. Oh, y'all thought we forgot about this? There's a lot that's going on that people don't know about. Oh. Let me wrap this up. So again, Zoom court links, they're not searchable, they're not publicly listed, yet somebody had access to it because it requires an invitation or being a party to the case or backdoor access. It's like, you only have so many options there. So the document that DForDaniel displayed, it was watermarked or labeled with a unique digital ID, just like the court CMS system attaches to secure downloads. So this April the 9th reaction video that attempts to mislead viewers, claiming that the judge ruled mutual combat, even though the court plainly denied the PPO. You see, D for digital forensics don't lie. Timestamps, file strings, and court domain links all support that somebody recorded, uploaded, or manipulated court records. It's all there. It just has to be, sorted out. And this isn't digital drama. It's digital evidence. And tonight, well, the file speaks louder than any voice in the black tea sector. Mhm. Mhm. I guess like when they're, looking at different things and, you know, examining closely, you might find something. Mhm. Now, if people think that they're going to, start scrubbing and deleting things and moving things around and eliminating emails and saying, getting the stories together, that's go right ahead. I had to get some more Gatorade. It's just about midnight. Mm. What y'all think? Oh, she said, show receipt, show receipt, show receipt. She might say, well, show me the string. You got the string. Look at the video. And you know the full story better than anybody else. Right? I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I'm sitting on some serious receipts. And I don't even know what I don't know because I didn't even know about this. I think that's why, you know, maybe it is important to save a few videos because you never know how important maybe just one might be. Because without, forensics or digital footprints or, then people can say, oh, you're making stuff up. You're doing this for a click and a view and all coins and all this silliness. No, it's for getting at the truth. That's why I'm doing it. To hold someone accountable. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because too much has been said and it's false, and people believe everything but the truth, even when it's right in their face. Well, we'll see. Again, I don't know what, how the judge is going to rule. I really don't. I just don't. And I've said anything can happen from day to day. But I've also said if I say anything on this platform, on this mic, you better know that I have a receipt. And if I talk about something and I haven't shown, mhm, you better know I'm looking for it because I've seen it. And you better know that there's probably more out there. Mhm. And it just takes time to get to it. Yeah. There's going to be some things I think that they're just not going to be able to. No, I just don't see how. Mm-mm. but we don't know, do we? It's D for digital file. Analyze this mess because somebody has to say it. All right. Anything else before it's midnight exactly? So right now, I did it right under. All right. You can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Everything that I've used, displayed, pictures, it's fair use commentary. It doesn't belong to anybody as their copyright. Okay, it doesn't. But, people, they can, you know, I don't know, people are doing things. So I just don't know. But you're right. Baby Juju says, McClure, she talked about digital footprints, didn't she? Hmm. Digital footprint. Hmm. Yeah. There are digital footprints. We just don't know how to find them. And I don't know everything. But, when somebody else lays their eyes on, maybe I didn't see what somebody else can see or don't know what to look for. Maybe that's why it takes a second pair of eyes or a third pair of eyes to look at things. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Let me check my email real quick and I will be right back. All right. Hang on for 1 second more. Okay. So that I can make it even more plain. So, those of you who are in the bushes and will run with your bones, I just want you to get something correct. Okay? There's maybe 3 or 4 things. So, if D for Danielle wasn't a named party, and she wasn't, then either the PPO petitioner gave her access, or she illegally accessed the system, or she received a digital copy from someone who had privileged access to the system. It's really it's not much. I don't know how you get around there. The documents that were shown on the screen, the string, that was accessed through restricted means. That's it. And there's a digital trace on it. You know, the link. Yeah. The portal. That's it. Somebody has access to court records. Back door. I really believe that. But we will find out. That's it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Join me sometime tomorrow when I come back. Don't know if it's going to be in the morning or not. We will probably have more news to cover on the strikes. But for now, this is what I wanted to talk about. Okay? So, welcome. It's Monday, June 23rd. Yeah. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night. All right, so I think we're back. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I think we're back. That's my phone. Hang on. Right at the end. Okay. I was playing the music out. I don't know what you heard, but.